Mikaela in the kitchen. We're gonna make potato corn chowder tonight. I have olive oil heated up in my Dutch oven. I put some diced up, diced up celery and one small yellow onion that's been diced up.
I've stirred this. I can't remember if the video was on.
Violet was stirring. I got a big old measuring cup out and put a big generous glob of big generous glob of chicken bouillon, and I poured really hot water in there, and Violet stirred it up, so it's basically chicken stock, right? I'm just cutting up these last couple onions. Potatoes. Jesus. Lord. Michael is getting Scarlett from dance. They should be coming home any minute. I did 5 red potatoes, red skin potatoes, and I'm just dicing those up, cubing them up.
I want to try.
It's too much of a big knife project.
I've done it before.
Oh, I thought that was them. Okay, did that. Will you stir up this stuff, Violet? What? Just give this a...
Yeah.
Oh, I just did it. So do it in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to turn that down a tiny bit because we don't want them to scorch.
I want to stir
Let's
it.
add, will you add some salt and pepper to this, Violet? She's going to add salt and pepper.
How much?
Just go and do a nice good shake. Don't be too scared. Nah, let's do a little more. Okay, we'll do like this much. Bam, 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 bam. So,
Some peps.
7 bams. Okay,
There.
I've got my potatoes cubed up and ready to go. Those are going to go in next. So after these become translucent and tender, then we will add the potatoes. Then, oh, my oven is preheated to 400. These are one of those bake and serve sourdough loaves. So I'm going to put that in there directly on the rack and let that go. No specific time. I guess I just... maybe 15 minutes, I don't know. Okay, hot. That's in the oven. Let's set the timer for 15 minutes just to do it. Okay. Stir these up.
Oh no, you did it without me.
Oh, you're next. Gut reaction. Broth is waiting. I'm trying to remember what you're going to need. Okay, for this recipe, you're going to want 1 small yellow onion diced, 2 stalks of celery diced, extra virgin olive oil, 5 red skin potatoes cubed. You're going to need chicken broth, just enough to cover a layer of potatoes. Then we add water later, but for a minute we simmer all of that in this really concentrated stock. That way it adds even more flavor. You're going to need cayenne pepper. You're going to need smoked paprika. Salt, pepper, did that. Then once all that's in there, it boils up. And then once the potatoes are cooked, we add a pint of heavy whipping cream that's mixed with a little bit of flour and some chopped up fresh parsley at the very end. So kind of, oh God, and the corn, I should start cutting this corn. Shouldn't I now?
Yeah.
We need corn. Honey. Okay, so. The corns. I'm not going to use all, what are those, like 6 cobs. I'm only going to use like 3 maybe. This recipe would call for like 2 cans of corn if you were going to do it with canned corn, which is pretty much what you would normally do because it's not every day you have fresh, delicious corn on the cob. Hence, like in the wintertime, which is when you want this soup. It's a good summer soup too. But with some, oh Violet, will you stir those celery and onions for me? Thank you. Chop that up.
Sizzle, sizzle, pop.
I'd like to play music while I'm cooking, but I can't do that because I don't have the technological devices to make that happen. I think I'm going to cut up 4. I'm cutting up 4 corns on the cob. Hey, I did salt and I didn't...
Oven mitts.
Okay.
Just stir this.
I did salt and I didn't mention my salt spill, so I think I'm finally kind of losing my... Okay, Violet, that looks like those are pretty translucent. Let's try to film that and get that. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. Can you see that? I'm gonna add these potatoes because those look like they're cooked and ready. Add the potatoes.
Should I stir it?
Yep, go ahead and stir it. Then I'm gonna add this
Stuff.
chicken broth. The stuff.
The stuff that's
Now stir
good.
that around and make sure that all of those
stuff.
are covered. Great.
Soup.
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and let those potatoes boil.
No, it's not sizzling.
It'll get up there. It just has to. Okay.
I want to taste it.
Let's add a little bit more.
So good.
You can taste it later. Violet, will you do me a favor and get a Ziploc bag? Probably, probably a quart-sized one. Those are the ones behind the sandwich ones. And put these two corns on the cobs in there.
Oh no!
What? Okay, we'll turn that heat up to high. Damn that. This house is just.
It was open.
Oh my god. One day. Vodka with LaCroix. That's my go-to. You're my right hand. You're my go-to.
Thank you. You're gonna be famous.
Man, I could see how hard it must be to love a girl like me. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
This is a bag.
Okay, you're putting the corn in the bag. Yep, that's the bag. Let's add our cayenne pepper. Honey, can you just put the corn in the bag? Thanks. We're gonna add some cayenne pepper, which gives it a little bit of heat, so don't go too crazy with it. But this has kind of got like a little spice to it. Then smoked paprika. That is also got a little kick, but not too much, so you can totally kind of go with it on that one. So that's gonna boil up. I think for now I'll pause that until those potatoes are done and tender. Well, not, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Not that corn. The corn's on the cob.
Oh.
This is why I can't do anything, people. Just letting you know. Go ahead and put those corns on the cobs in there. Thank you, love. No worries. No worries, no worries. Misunderstanding.
You're welcome.
Why don't we go fold some laundry and I'll put it in the drawers and then you can take it out the drawer. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's gonna boil up and then I'm gonna come back to you and we will do the heavy cream flour, parsley situation. And then it's like pretty much done. It's very easy. So good.
Mommy, like I said, I could just take the phone and do something fun.
No, it's okay. Actually, I wonder, like, we'll probably end up adding this corn, like, 3/4 of the way through those potatoes being cooked. See you in a minute. Hopefully alone. Okay, so those potatoes are boiling away, actually simmering, because they don't want to get, like, burnt to the bottom. If you want to walk away, just keep it on a simmer. I forgot, we're going to add a little bit of white sugar. I think we do this anyway, but especially if you are using cans of corn, I would put some of that corn juice from the can in there. Violet's going to add this as soon as her hair is done.
There is perfect.
This is our corn. We're going to add this to, hang on one second.
Okay.
Put all our corn in there now. Add that sugar, love.
Hallelujah.
And then stir it up, please.
Yay. I get to stir it. I get to stir it. It's gonna be yummy when it's done. I get to stir it. I get to stir it. It's gonna be yummy when it's done.
I'm gonna add more water so that we can make sure, now that there's more mass in there, that we can keep our potatoes covered so that they get nice and cooked. Now we'll step away and be back at the end for the cream portion of it to make it a creamy chowder soup.
It would be fun if I could just take it for an hour and doodle around.
Okay, our potatoes are boiling away. They're almost done. So I'm gonna take some heavy cream, pour it in a thing. I'm gonna use the whole pint. It's not a low-fat soup. That's okay. It's the life we live now. Flour. I'm gonna dump a bunch of flour in there. Take a fork and whisk it up. Just kind of incorporate that. As best you can. I'm so tired. Are you tired? Like me? I think a YouTube tip is to not film it on backwards mode because you tend to just look at yourself instead of looking at the camera lens. Try to look at the camera lens. Okay, I've got my flour and my heavy cream whipped up, parsley chopped up. Let's give these a stir and see how they're doing. I wasn't even in the mood to do this tonight, but this is a good recipe. So, as far as like entertainment value goes, this is kind of, they're so close. Time to take a drink of juice. Where is it? Ah. Figure what is going in there. I don't want them to be like obliterated cooked. I just want them to be like tender. They're pretty tender. Let's see. Okay, those are tender, so I'm gonna dump this in. Stir it up. Add the parsley. It'll be kind of lumpy in the beginning, but kind of just keep stirring it. And it'll eventually just chill out, but yeah, so go ahead and you dump that in there and basically you let it kind of cook for a little bit longer, maybe 5 more minutes, and then it's ready to serve. The bread is in the oven. We should pull that out. It's been about 20 minutes for this, but I don't think this is something you need to know because this is a specific, whatever bread you get, just follow the, oh my God, well, heat burned things. Let's cut it open. That is a nice, crisp, crusty bread. All right, guys, enjoy. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Oh God, I'm so tired.